I fall behind. The second hand on the wine. Time after time. If you fall, I will catch you. I will be waiting. Time after time. If you're lost, you can look and you will find me. Time after time. If you fall, I will catch you. I will be waiting. Time after time. Time after time. Time after time. One, two, oh. We are no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I. Oh, a full commitment is what I'm thinking of. You, I don't want it from any other guy. I'm never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. I'm never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. I'm never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. We known each other for so long. My heart's been aching, but I'm too shy to say. Inside, we both know what's going on. Yeah, we know the game, so let's play. I'm never gonna give you up. I'm never gonna let you down. I'm never gonna run around and desert you. I'm never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. I'm never gonna tell a lie and hurt you.
My name is Blurry Face, and I care what you think. My name is Blurry Face, and I care what you think. Wish we could turn back time to the good old days when our mama sang us to sleep, but now we're stressed out. Wish we could turn back time to the good old days when our mama sang us to sleep, but now we're stressed out. Sometimes a certain smell takes me back to when I was young. I'm never able to identify where it's coming from.
Welcome to Stab Comedy Theater. It's time for strip comedy. Please welcome to stage your host, David Shapiro.
To my brother, 'cause we have the same nose, same clothes.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Just like that one group applauded. It's a smattering. You guys didn't. You not anti-Semitic? Do you? I don't know if you should say that. No, you're anti-everybody. Okay, that's not anti-nobody. What is happening? Anyway, okay, so I haven't been funny in this last, 5 seconds, right? Like, you guys aren't laughing at that. So here's what I'm going to... This point of the show is you say something funny. If it falls flat, then you take something off, right? Okay, so the first thing I'm taking off is going to be the thing closest to my skin, because this thing happened today. I'm going to take it off, but I'm going to explain what I'm taking off first. I do drag for a living, right? And so I wear a lot of crop tops, and I'm not losing as much weight as I want to eat what I want to eat for the crop tops. This is all set up. You guys know how comedy works, right? Set up and then punchline. Okay, and so I got this like thermogenic waist trainer that heats you up. And I was like, oh, it came in today, right? So I was like, I'll just wear it at the comedy show. It discreetly goes into your no, it doesn't. This isn't discreet. You can see it, right? It's not discreet. It is so hot right now because I put it on you're supposed to wear it for 20 minutes. I put it on half an hour ago before I came, and then it started to get hot and warm up. And I was like, fuck, it's really fucking hot. And I was like, but I can't take it off now because then no one will see that I was wearing it. And then when I take off my shirt later, they're going to be like, why are you so red in the middle of your body? Yeah, so let me take it. Oh, I can't get it off. It's like good Velcro. Okay. Oh, all right. Am I really red? I'm not looking. I tell people all the time, I'm a Jew, I'm not white, and they don't believe me. You've seen. Oh, my God. Okay, that's a little more comfortable. My name is David Shapiro. When my family moved here, it was a time of anti-immigration, like it is now a little bit, and we had to change the spelling of our last name so we could blend in with the white folk. Now we spell our name the white way with an S, but we used to do it the traditional Jewish way with a $sign. Okay, so that's how the show works. There's a setup. Now, if you guys didn't laugh at that, I would have to take something else off. And so we'd have to decide, does that count as clothes, or is that a non-essential accessory that I've worn to cheat you guys? You guys are the adjudicators of this. You're deciding if it's funny or not, okay? I can trust you with that responsibility? I am still burning here in my midsection. And I've had some comics who, they think they're funnier than they are at the last couple of shows. There was this guy who came into the show, and he said... everyone's going to look at us talking, so I'm just going to talk to you. He said, he was a redhead, and he said, this is not funny, by the way. This is not my joke. This is a setup. He said he doesn't like clowns because it's the black face of a ginger. I know. It's not funny, right? It's funny because I'm saying it, but in that moment, it was just tension. No one knew what to do. I was like, no, that's not a joke, and it's not true, and it's not funny. What are you doing? What are you just being a proud boy on stage at my show? What's happening? And then it occurred to me that ginger has the same letters as another word he wouldn't say. Okay, that didn't get a laugh, but it's a good point though, right? Another non-funny joke that I heard one time. Does that count or no? Oh, accessories count? Okay, cool. Thank you, crowd. All right, thank you. No, don't be harsh. I brought flip-flops to put on when I take off my socks because I'm not going to be a barefoot bitch. But I'll take off my shoes and socks. Another time I was at an open mic, and I'm Jewish, right? We established that. And this comic came up after me, and he's like, "You're Jewish?" And I was like, "Yeah, I talked about it a lot in my set." And he was like, "Oh, that's funny, because you talked about the Holocaust." And I was like, "Uh-huh," because I did. I had a Holocaust joke in that. It was ridiculous that it was ridiculous that it happened. And he was like, "Oh, 6 million cats and dogs die every year, which is the same amount of Jews that died in the Holocaust, but nobody cares." And that was his whole joke. But I fixed his joke too. 6 million cats and dogs die every year, and nobody cares because they're not doing your taxes or being your lawyer. My email is luckyjew22@yahoo.com, and I used to be embarrassed about the luckyjew22. Now I'm just embarrassed about the @yahoo.com. And I'm gonna be risky and try new jokes. I don't know if they're gonna work because I want this show to succeed. So there's a meme that goes around on the internet, and it says, "What if it's pronounced Jod and not God?" Have you guys seen that meme? Anyone? No? It's the whole GIF thing, right? But somebody was like, "What if it's got Jod and not God?" So I didn't make that part up, but I'm like, fuck. If it's Jod and not God, that means I'm gooish and not Jewish. All right, that got laughs. Thank you. I don't know if I want to say this on streaming, but I also haven't filed my taxes since 2017. I know, it's a long time, and people think I'm joking when I say I'd like to be audited. I would. I do this for a living. Give me a captive audience for 2 weeks. We're gonna sit in a room and I have to tell them about my life. All right, I'll take something off. I don't think that should count. And I'm hot. My what now? Well, I'm divorced. You said mother. Oh, mother-along. I thought you said mother-in-law. I thought you said Jewish mother-in-law, and I was like, why do you think I married a Jewish girl? Maybe I married a shiksa. Oh, I'm divorced, so no. I was happy when I got married, yeah. Should he take something off? I don't know. You got to take something off. You take something off, man. You told the joke at a strip show. Yeah, thank you. He took off his shoe. Give this man a round of applause. Oh my God. So you guys know there's a spot on J Street called Cookies. Have you seen it? Yeah. I got really fucking excited when they opened because I was like, I love cookies, right? I want some cookies. I hope they're open late because I work at a bar. I hope the bar's open. Or I hope the cookies place is open late at night so I can stop on my way home from the bar. And then I saw they were open late, and I got really excited. And then they had a security guard, and I was like, oh shit, these cookies must be really fucking good if they have security guard. Do you guys know what Cookies sells? What do they sell? Weed. Yeah, they sell weed, which is not. That's not cookies. They don't have any cookies. Right. No one's laughing at this joke. That's fine. I know it is. This is a funny joke, but. All right. I know, because what do you want after you smoke weed? Cookies, right, it's fucked up. These are just good points. These aren't funny jokes. All right, I'm just going to keep going, though. I just learned that 65% of people masturbate randomly while they're on the phone. Right? And I'm not. I'm in like the 35% of people that doesn't, right? Like I'm over here not randomly masturbating, not over here randomly masturbating. And so like I'm on the phone the other day. I have OCD though, right? Like I have my own things, and I like to clean, and I have intrusive thoughts. So the intrusive thoughts, now I can't keep out the 65% of people that randomly masturbate while on their phone, right? So I'm thinking about that, and I'm like, why did they do that? And I'm cleaning, right? Because I have OCD. And so the other day I'm cleaning the like corner of the kitchen counter, and I can't quite reach it because it's a little bit too far for me because it's an older apartment, so they're very high counters. And I realized while I'm trying to like get to that, it kind of sounds like I'm masturbating. So I was like really quick, I was like, oh hey, I'm not masturbating. And she said, what? And I said, oh, I just learned that 65% of people randomly masturbate while they're on the phone. And I just wanted you to know that I'm not randomly masturbating on the phone. I'm in the 35% of people that doesn't randomly masturbate, not the 65% of people that does. I just wanted you to know which percentage I was in. And she said, David, what the fuck is wrong with you? I said a lot. All right, you guys did laugh at that. It's hard. Be loose with your laughter. Be slutty. Don't be tight with it. If you're laughing. Don't hold it in. Oh my God. All right. When did I start? You guys want to see the rest of the show too, not just me. so I got to get off stage before I'm out of clothes. I can't date for a lot of reasons, but one of them is I'm really bougie and extra, and so if I went to Starbucks, my date would just get something normal like a vanilla latte. Like I'll just get a vanilla latte, and the barista would be like, "That's cool. What about you, sir?" I'd be like, "Oh, I want a hot chocolate," and she'd be like, "But you're a grown man." I'd be like, "I know, but I just want a hot chocolate because caffeine." She'd be like, "Why not decaf?" And I'd be like, "Well, caffeine makes me jittery, and I have enough energy, so I'm good. Just a hot chocolate." She'd be like, "All right, a hot chocolate for the grown man." I'd be like, "Yes, if I could do it with almond milk," and my date would be like, "Why not? Why not soy?" And I'd be like, "Well, we're over reliant as a society on soy, and it makes us break out, and we just don't need to give ourselves that much soy." And the barista would be like, "Why not regular milk?" And I'd be like, "Well, I'm lactose intolerant. I'm on a date, and I don't want to fart, so just almond milk if I could." She'd be like, "All right, so a hot chocolate with almond milk for the grown man." I'd be like, "Yes, if I could also get it with peppermint." And she, right? Thank you. Somebody always usually it's everybody. I'm not mad that it's a tight crowd as long as the comics abide and take off clothes. But peppermint hot chocolate is superior to non-peppermint hot chocolate, right? So I don't know why it's funny, but you laughed. So, huh? That's okay. Do you want to sit down? Come sit down. You didn't want to destroy me? I don't want you to destroy me either. What's happening? What's your name? Omer? Okay. Cool. Welcome to the audience. You could talk. So what'd you say? I'm not mad about it. I just said, yeah, I agree. Oh, that peppermint hot chocolate is good? Yes. Okay, it is. I don't know what the fuck I said. I don't either. That's why I asked you. I thought you knew. You were there. No, I wasn't. All right. Word. Okay. So the barista in this joke is back to saying like, okay, so for the grown man, a peppermint hot chocolate with almond milk for the grown man, and I'd say yeah. And she'd be like, all right. And I'd be like, but one last thing. If you could warm it up to the kid temperature of 75 degrees instead of the adult temperature of 200,000 degrees, I could enjoy it with my date right away. And then the baristas say, what date? Because my date left. Is that a laugh or no? That's a laugh? Okay. All right. I'm just gonna bring up the next comic. You guys ready? I don't need to be up here all night. But before I do that, I want to say thank you so much for coming out tonight. You guys get the rules, right? We're good? And thank you for coming to Stab. Round of applause for Stab and for Jesse for letting us do weird shows. Thank you, Omer. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, I'm glad I'm here too. Word. Okay. He was at Cookies. Were you at Cookies? Were you getting cookies before this? Except his face. Y'all can't see his face. His face totally said he. I said, were you at Cookies? And he went. Which means you were. Do you know what Cookie sells? I don't know. Cookies like the dispensary? Yeah. Exactly. So he was. He knows. No, I wasn't at Cookies because I don't know. Okay. We won't. I smoke. I could tell. I could tell. I'm going to bring up the next comic. You guys ready? Make some noise. Put your hands together. Give it up for Sam Mallet.
All right, before I begin, I just want to say Dave Shapiro looks like Ben Shapiro hooked up with Shane from Walking Dead. Was I the only one who thought that? Couldn't have just been me. I had two conditions for myself for doing this show. One rule is the same thing that happens when I have sex. The socks stay on. The socks are staying on. Number two, please be nice to me. Unless you're a goth mommy, in which case, please be mean to me. Please. My dream tonight was to, cause I'm not from here. I drove like an hour to get here. So I was like, I want to stay in town. So hopefully there's like, I don't know, a 6'3" goth chick who will give me some uppies. You know what I mean? Like, pick me up. I want uppies, please. I want a juice box. Chocolate milk, mommy. Guys, you need to stop laughing. It's hot up here. This shit fucking sucks. I am single. I'm on most of the dating sites, but I don't like what they do to me psychologically. Like one day I went into all my dating apps and I put the age slider to the maximum. Here's why. I take a look at myself and figure out what I want versus what I need. Because what I want is a beautiful young woman who loves me for who I am. But what I need is a PlayStation 5. Yeah, you're nodding your head. You get it. It's like, yeah, I would too. Like, bring out your... I'll slap the mold off a crusty pussy to play Warzone with the homies. You know what I mean? Like, to die in 5K? Oh, my God. Bring out your wizard sleeve pussy lips, girl. I'm trying to play Demon Souls with the boys. Okay. We're still rolling hard. That's fine. Fuck it. I have a weird dating history. I dated a girl who was legally blind. I thought that'd be cool. Like, she can't go through my phone. But that backfired real fast when she said she wanted to see other people. Like, you never saw me. Not the real me. I didn't open up like that to you. I dated a girl who was autistic, an alcoholic, and an anorexic. I called her AAA. Yeah. I'm trying to find a girl who's hot, horny, and hilarious. I'm looking for my Triple H. 1 or 2 wrestling fans in here. Does that count? All right. You're doing a big X. If there's 3 big X's, I'll take something off. This shit is warm. I don't know if there's a panel. Jerry Springer just died. I think it's a good opportunity for him to tell Joseph he's not the father. Yeah, yeah, it's time. Thank you. Fuck. I did that so I would take something off. You don't... I already knew, man. I wanted to hurt your feelings as a test subject. Thank you, Dad. Who here has a bad relationship with their father? Bring your hand up. I saw you. Yeah. That's fine, dude. Me too. Yeah, shit happens. You get in a fight sometimes. One time it got to a fever point when my dad started choking me. And he's like 3 of me, and I had to figure out how to get out of the situation, so I had to use my words. And the only thing I could think to say while he was choking me was, "Harder, Daddy." And he let me go. But now I have to go to therapy. And when you go to therapy, you gotta like open up about shit. So I'd be like, "Dad, did you also have a boner when you were choking me?" No. Just me? Yeah, a shoe's coming off for that. That's fine. That's fine. I'll stand lopsided for you people. Anybody here grow up in a conservative family? A little bit? Yeah. Bro, I see your hat and your shirt. Lift your hand up. You don't need to lie to me. Your mom wasn't a hippie and then you became this. Like, she was, though? What was your dad, a cop? Okay. That's where we're at tonight. It's fine. We're having a good time. I grew up in a conservative family, and I got to tell you, it has its ups and downs, right? Like, I got to make no decisions for myself whatsoever, but I got to go fishing sometimes. Yeah, it wasn't a good trade-off, but it was a trade-off. But, like, as a kid, fishing was fine, but as an adult, I think it's weird now. Fishing kind of plays out to me like some form of homoerotic bipolar disorder. Yeah, let me explain. I'm running out of shit. All right. Let me explain fishing to you real quick. I don't know about you, but when I was on a boat, it was just a bunch of dudes and we're all holding a rod. And everyone starts comparing rods like, what kind of rod do you got on your set, Jim? What's the reel feel like on a piece like that? What kind of test do you got, bro? Like, you can handle a salmon? You can handle a sturgeon? That's a big load. That's a big load right there. And most of the time it's silent on the boat, right? Like no dude's opening up emotionally on the boat. Like, how are you, Bill? I don't know about you, but I'm afraid most of the time. I'm afraid that I'll come to resent giving up my dreams for the family that I ignore. I'm afraid that as I lay down, nobody will be there for me, but more than ever, I'm just scared to go. Bill, you're scaring the fucking fish away. Beer's in the cooler, bro. Shut the fuck up. God damn, it's silent until that golden moment when somebody finally catches a fish on the line. And suddenly everybody in the boat turns into the most supportive friend at the gay orgy. Just yelling shit out like, come on, Turner, I believe in you. You got this, man. Just plant your feet. Keep breathing. Lay out some lime. Play with him a little bit. Tire him out. This is an endurance contest. Remember that. Come on. You want me to hold your pole for you? No. Big man on deck. You got this, big man on deck. Come on, get him closer to you. Get him closer to you. Get him closer to you. Let me get the net. I don't know what kind of gay orgies you guys go to. The ones I go to, there's usually a net. It's supposed to be random, but they throw the net on me every fucking time. God damn it. All right, that was super high energy. Let's bring it down a little bit. So my grandmother passed recently, right? Yeah, big paradigm shift. I didn't know, do I strip off bad transitions too? That was a good one. So yeah, my grandmother passed away, which I think is just kind of preparing me emotionally for when my dog dies. Because I love my dog. She gets it. Like, dude, my dog sleeps in my bed every night. Grandma wouldn't do that for me. Not one bit, no matter how much I ask. Jesus Christ. And before she died, she was developing Alzheimer's. And Alzheimer's is a very, very interesting disease because you kind of figure out what people care about the most, what their memories hold on to. Like, my grandmother did not know who I was whatsoever. She had no idea who I was, her firstborn grandchild. But she still knew that she hated Mexicans. God damn it, Granny. I don't feel bad about you dying anymore. That's fine. That's fine. How much time has been going on? Yeah, whatever. We're just gonna keep going. Have you guys seen Avatar 2 yet? No, good. Don't see it. It's a bad movie. It's a bad fucking movie. Nothing resolves in the plot. Like, not one thing. The only thing that resolves in the plot of Avatar 2: Way of the Water is how can we make these blue aliens sexier? Yeah, well, it's good and bad. Here's how they did it. Let me explain how they did it. First, they made them just a little more lighter toned. Racist. And second, they just made them really, really wet. Just like really sleek, just like dude, looking like a Vaporeon. Like it would go in so easy and it'd be so hard to pull out. God damn it. Yeah, and it wasn't a good movie. Way of the Water. That shit was 3.5 hours. More like Way of Holding in Your Piss for 3.5 hours. Jesus fucking Christ. Whatever. It was a bad movie, man. And you know what movie had the exact same plot and was better? Lilo and Stitch. Exact same fucking plot. Yeah, let's go over the plot of Lilo and Stitch. So a blue alien goes to Earth initially to destroy it, and after learning the meaning of family, comes to love his home. Let's go over the plot of Avatar really quick. So human goes to a blue alien planet and goes initially to destroy it, and after figuring out the meaning of family, comes to love his new home. It's the same fucking movie. And like, oh, but Lilo and Stitch took place in Hawaii. Avatar 2 took place in space Hawaii. Let's be real. Was that 1 minute or is that time? 1 minute? Okay, that's fine. I'm going to do the joke I have when I got 1 minute left. So one day I was at a taqueria buying a burrito like any day that I have money, right? And let's get one thing out of the way. I'm really Caucasian. You see these lines. This shit isn't fake. I didn't put this on. Like, I'm white as fuck. I put ranch and spaghetti and fucking ketchup and mac and cheese. It's terminal Caucasian. But the way the guy behind me ordered his shit upset me. He said, "Can I get a burrito with no guacamole, please?" I was like, bro, like, it was the only time in my life I thought to myself, you're not from around here, are you, boy? Like, bro, everybody in California knows that guacamole ain't free. It's extra. You gotta pay more. Like, you think it's free and you don't want it? Where the fuck are you from, bro? Canada? You ruined your taste buds with maple syrup and moose pussy, and now you're here thinking it's just El Dorado in California, where guacamole's free, and you spurn our delicious fruit. Fuck you. Fuck you. We should take that southern wall and put it on the northern wall, baby. I'm up for a Canadian wall. That's my stance. I'm running for office. My name is Sam Mallett. Let's get your host back on the stage. Thank you.
Guys, keep it going for Sam Mallett. All right, this crowd like tripled while Sam was on stage. Welcome to the show, all the people that weren't here for my set. Thanks for the support. You were here, Omer. Do it again? Nah, but I'm gonna hold myself accountable. Wait, you just got here too, huh? Yeah, what? No, that's cool. I'm perpetually late to everything I do. I'll hold myself accountable, though. That's why I took off my jacket. You're waiting for an Uber? That's responsible of you. Yeah, all right, that wasn't funny. Do belts count? Yeah, all right, cool, thanks. Thank you. All right, we're going to keep the show going. By the way, a lot of these comics came from out of town, and I'm used to hosting drag shows where people give people dollar bills for appreciation. Yeah, just like that. Go ahead, do it. Yeah, I knew it. We're on the same baked-ass wavelength, my guy. He's killing it. What I was going to say was a lot of these comics drove from like an hour or 2 or 3 away. So if you guys do like them and you want to slip them a couple dollars for gas money, I'm going to pay them what I can. But don't be shy with that if you got it and you want to. They would appreciate it. Anyway, thank you, Omer. Going to keep this show rolling. You guys ready for your next comic? Okay, also coming from an hour away from Chico. She drove all the way to be here with you guys tonight. Give it up. Start clapping. Put your hands together. Give it up for Gigi McGee.
Hey, how's everyone doing tonight? I'm happy to hear that. I like doing comedy. It's not my favorite thing in the world, but my favorite thing in the world is thinking of what popular movies, what would their porn parody be called? It's a fun activity. I'll just give you a few of my favorite examples. Ferris Bueller's Jack Off. Thighs Wide Shut. A Clockwork Orgy. And then my personal favorite, follow me on this, Harry Potter and the Prisoner with an Ass to Bang. Right, again, you have to follow me on that, but you have to follow me. I don't want to get into this too much, but I accidentally bought a puppet. That's all you really need. And yes, I accidentally bought a puppet. It's a puppet. They don't do much. I just keep it on a shelf, and it's just a decoration at this point that I spent way too much money on accidentally. But like people always ask about the puppet. They're like, "Do you do anything with the puppet?" I'm like, "Not really." They're like, "Come on, there must be something you do with the puppet." And I said, "I don't know, give silly hand jobs." Okay. I have a friend with red hair, dyed red hair, and I remember I told her that I call her Wendy because she reminds me of the Wendy's logo. And I said to her, anytime I see the Wendy's logo, I genuinely think of you. And she goes, "So that's like what, 2-3 times a day?" That's like, yeah, and I was like, "You're so nice." I think words do matter. I was having a conversation. My friend just got out of film school, and he was talking about it. And one of my friends called it film college. And we were like, that's technically accurate, but that's not really, it just sounds weird. And they're like, how so? And we just gave the first example we thought of, which was, how would you feel after hooking up with someone if they said, "You just made love to me in the ass"? Like, it means the same thing, but not, it does matter. I saw the craziest thing the other day. I saw 13 witches baking loaves of bread. It was a real baker's coven. You guys will laugh at anything. That was one of the weaker ones. You're sorry that it's funny? I mean, no, I'm not. Do you guys know what the Mandela effect is? For those that don't know, the Mandela effect is when a population of people have this really heartfelt belief of something, or this heartfelt memory of something, when in actuality it never happened. Perfect examples would be, a lot of people think the Monopoly Man has a monocle. He does not. A lot of people think that Curious George has a tail. He does not. Those are the pretty basic ones. I did come across one that really kind of... Everything okay back there? Lack thereof. Yeah. Okay. Cool. What was I talking about? The Mandela effect? Yeah. You good? When you walk to your car, do you take 12 steps? So the Mandela effect is a really interesting phenomenon. You know the Monopoly Man one. You know the Curious George one. I did come across one that not a lot of people talk about that I've noticed, and you're gonna be shocked by this. There's a certain population of people that have this memory of U2 being a good band, when in actuality they've always just sucked. You see, we have U2. Would you say that went over the edge? Oh, so we have some closet U2 fans. You know enough to know that there's a guy in it named The Edge. That's... Oh my gosh, I love this. Calm down. Okay. Jesus Christ. But digress what? You didn't make a point to begin with. Yeah. If by show you mean intervention, yeah, but anyway, I'm a big classic rock fan. When I was growing up, my dad would listen to the Grateful Dead all the time. It's just funny because a lot of people my age mainly know the lead singer of the Grateful Dead as the guy who has an ice cream named after him, Cherry Garcia. But here's what... That's not the shocking part. That's just the setup. But no, but basically, if you don't know about it, but in the late 80s, early 90s, Jerry Garcia went into a diabetic coma where he nearly died, and we honor him with ice cream. And that's just fucked. How would you feel if Smith & Wesson tomorrow said, we have a new gun out, the Cobain? Yeah. I wasn't stopping. Settle down. Christ alive. I haven't had to strip though. That is nice. Perhaps I'm somewhat funny. Were you applauding that I didn't have to strip? Like, I get it. I'm all sorts of lumps and shit, but I'm just giving them a hard time. I'm giving others harder times, but I'll let you find Waldo. But I do appreciate you guys coming out during these troubling times. It's been kind of a bullshit few years for women's rights. Supreme Court struck down Roe v. Wade. You've had a lot of southern states just outlaw abortion completely. If you don't, why are you applauding that? What is wrong with you? But I haven't made the point yet. There's no other point of clapping. That's all clapping is out loud. Anyway, I'll finish this and then I'll stop. This is so tiring. Anyway, I'll leave you with this. I think I appreciate you all coming out. It's been bullshit for women's rights. Supreme Court taking away Roe v. Wade. States just flat out like outlawing abortion. I think that's just bullshit. At the very least, I'm not sure if you agree with this, I think that the very minimum we can do for women is give them access to tampons and IUDs. I think that for free, exactly. I think free tampons and IUDs is the bare minimum. This is my point though. I get why women want access to tampons, but I don't get why they want access to IUDs, because I once had an IUD. It was terrible. The cops pull you over, your license is revoked. Your mom has to pick you up from the station. She mocks you for your dyslexia. It's just awful. Anyway, I have been Gigi. It was nice to see most of you.
Let's keep it going for Gigi McG. All right, everyone in the audience good? Good? All right, cool. No, I'm checking with everybody. Everyone's got to be groovy, you know? That's the vibe. All right, cool. Just don't interrupt too many people if they don't want it. Okay. I don't know if that was supposed to be a joke, so I'm not going to strip. I think that's hilarious, but they don't get it, so you got to take something off. They don't know that, though. You don't explain that. Explaining it doesn't help. If it's not funny to begin with, it's not a good joke. Take off your hat. There you go. You're following the rules. Then don't make bad jokes. If God already gave you a bad joke, don't double down. Right? Thank you. I can only say that because I got this thick-ass head of hair that's not going anywhere. Hairline's receding a little, but it's going to be wiry one day. It's all going to be here. Anyway, we're going to keep the show going. I'm going to bring up the next comic. Thank you guys again for being here. Make some noise. Put your hands together. Give it up for David Thorne.
How's it going, Stab? Give it up for your host. He's up here taking his shirt off and stuff. I don't do dick jokes, but if you guys don't laugh, you might end up seeing one. I mean, at least somebody will see my dick, because I sure the fuck can't. Oh, I gotta start out by asking you guys, are you guys okay with butt stuff? You gotta ask. You gotta ask, because you start talking about butt stuff and people's buttholes tighten up. It's supposed to have the opposite effect. Definitely opposite effect. I mean, I could talk about other stuff though. I could talk about suicide, but I think we can all agree that suicide's not funny unless you hang yourself with anal beads. Because then people are like, was it a suicide? Speaking of anal beads, I feel like there's those people that like to take them and have their partner put them all up in there and then pull them out real fast like they're starting a lawnmower. Pretty sure it makes the same sound. I'm glad I started doing comedy, though. I've met so many supportive people doing this. I was hanging out with a fellow comedian the other day, telling him how I didn't have a place in my apartment sturdy enough to hang myself. They told me they had a stud finder. They let me borrow it. Now I have a place where I can masturbate with my anal beads. Not a suicide joke. I know what some of y'all may be thinking. Some of y'all are thinking, hey, that guy sounds like the villain from Roots. Now I'm wearing one crock. Yeah, that's a terrible joke anyway. But nobody watches Roots. It's only like two people here who probably know what the fuck Roots is. Everybody else is fucking lost. They're like, what the fuck is Roots? Oh, man, I'm not going to go into it. I'm not going to get into it. Thank you. So, wow. What happened? I was going to say I'm going bald too. Wait. Oh, I was like, God, what did I do? I didn't even tell a fucking joke. Shit. Oh, man. So, I used to live in Midtown Sacramento. You know what's in Midtown Sacramento? There's a lot of gay bars in Midtown Sacramento. And something they don't understand is why do they call gay bearded men bears? I mean, I get it, but I think they could call them something cooler, like lions. You know, because lions have manes, which are basically beards, and they're all about the pride. It takes a second. It's one of those thinkers. It's like, did they watch National Geographic? Something else I don't understand. You know those people that wear their sunglasses on the backs of their heads like they're trying to protect themselves from tiger attacks, like people in countries that actually have wild fucking tigers? Never heard of anybody getting attacked by a tiger in Midtown Sacramento. Much more likely to get attacked by a bear. So I actually did research on that joke. I did. I googled gay lions. I found a interesting article about gay lions in Kenya. I googled gay tigers. I found a list of gay animals and a picture of Joe Exotic. I googled gay bears and oh my. Nothing but gay porn and bears in my area. Has anybody here ever had a job that they really, really liked? Nobody? Nobody here's ever had a job that they really, really like? One person? What is it? I'm just curious. Like a fucking wrestler? You like you're pile driving people and breaking necks like Jerry the King Lawler? Oh, okay. I thought you were like a wrestler or some shit. You're like gonna come up here and fucking put me in a wrestling move. That'd be fucked up, dude. Please don't. I'm okay with it. It's hot up here, so I'm perfectly all right with it. Oh, where was I at? Yeah, I actually found a job that I love. It makes me sad, though, because I can't do it year-round because it's seasonal work. Don't worry, it's not a mall Santa, because that would be weird if I love doing that job. It's actually it's actually maybe a little bit creepier than that, because I work at a haunted house. It's the best minimum wage job I've ever had, because what other minimum wage job can you go into and yell at customers? It's great. I don't yell at customers there, and I get told to go home. Like, you're not yelling at people good enough. I tell somebody at McDonald's, no, bitch, we don't have the McRib, and I'm fucked up about it. I'm fired. I'm fucking fired. God, I love the McRib so much. Oh, that sweet pork drowned in barbecue sauce covered in onions and pickles on a toasted bun. God damn it, I love it so much. It's the best fucking sandwich in the world. They sell them year-round in Germany. Germany did something right. I'll take one off on that. That one needs work. Oh, man. See, I took the shoes. That would have been weird if I would have just went straight for my pants. Because wouldn't that have been like, man, he's real eager to take his pants off and show me. Don't worry, I'm wearing underwear. It's all right. It's all right. I'm wearing underwear. Does anybody here like smoking weed? Hell yeah. I love smoking weed. Does anybody here dab? Nobody dabs? I take dabs, though, but, I was sitting there, heating up my dab rig the other day, and I was like, you know what? The person who invented dabs probably did meth, because they had to be like, what can we do to make smoking weed more like smoking meth? I know, let's fucking concentrate it so you take one hit and you don't fucking need anything and you go sleep for 3 hours. Oh, it's the fucking best. Weed's great, though. I think that's the perfect way we can end racism, though. If we all sat down, smoked some weed, and talked out our differences. And in my opinion, the best way to share weed is by smoking blunts. And when I roll my blunts, I like to roll my blunts in backwoods. And I thought of an acronym for backwoods. It stands for Blacks and Caucasians Can Work Out Our Differences Soon. Thank God y'all are a spelling crowd. And y'all know what acronyms are. Good job. Public school has not failed us tonight. Y'all are probably like, David Can is not spelled with a K. I'm like, yes, I know. It's all right, though. I'm trying to appeal to a rural and a urban market. With that, guys, thank you very much. I'm going to bring back up your wonderful host. Give it up for David Shapiro.
All right, give David a round of applause while he collects his stuff. Yeah, thank you. So we ejected him, the guy here. Yeah. And then he came back, and it was awkward. And he's like, I love comedy. And we were like, nah, don't think you do. He was comedy, though. Right? I'm glad I didn't get to my feet, because as a professional drag princess, my toes are always painted. It's just jarring to see those pretty toes. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna take off a shoe. I tried something, it didn't work. Material? No, I don't think it was. I'm gonna scrap that. Anyway, I'll come up with one shoe. The rest. What now? Thank you. I just need to make it funnier. Deliver the same way. Just you laughed. Oh fuck it. You didn't laugh loud enough. You gotta laugh louder. How am I? It's dark. How am I supposed to know you're enjoying it if you're not making noise? Okay. That one. The hokey pokey with the shoe. All of a sudden, we're gonna keep the show going. You guys ready? Okay. This next comic also drove from far away, from 3 hours away, to be here with you guys tonight. Yeah. So I'm glad you all showed up when they were up and not me, because I've drove from 4 minutes away. So I'll be all right. I'll make it. Anyway, please, we're going to bring her to the stage. Give her a round of applause. Put your hands together. Give it up for Dana Turner.
Thank you. I'm putting the hat on after I get up here so I don't jump scare you when I do take it off. Yeah, no. And it is not a sudden cancer benefit show, you guys. I did this to save money. Right? I mean, haircuts, shampoos, yes, but my biggest savings is food. Because every time I go out to eat, right when I'm done, I pull a little hair out of my pocket, call the manager over and go, well, it is clearly not mine. Boom. 20% off a brunch next weekend, too. Boom. Although now I am newly single with this hairdo. Yeah. So we'll see how this goes. Looking for dick while looking like a dick. That's how that goes. You want the trifecta to that? I'm 50. Yeah, fat, bald, and 50 is not supposed to be my Tinder profile. It's supposed to be some dude named Jerry working on his third marriage and his second mortgage. You guys, here we are. Although one thing that changes when you date, like at this age, is the last time I was single, if I were to come across a Tinder profile that said, I want to worship your feet and call you my queen, I would have been like, what a little bitch. 50-year-old me is like, oh, mama could use a foot slave. Mama's feet are tired. Yes, that's changes thing. Last relationship I was in was an open relationship. I don't know if anybody else has done that. It's a lot of work. Yeah, I read the book, so I prepared myself. Ethical Slut, I picked up that one. And then I grabbed that newest bestseller, How to Be Polyamorous by Sharon Dix. That one helped a lot. Yeah. It was my first relationship also that had a weird fetish, and I'm not kink shaming, but Star Wars just doesn't cut it for me, you know? Yeah, this weird thing, like you wanted me to call him daddy instead of father. Like, you know, come on, I get it wrong, dude. He also had this really boring way of doing phone sex. It was just nothing but but then he also had this really weird thing about wanting to watch me and my brother kiss, you know, but I was conflicted because I'd be a princess. It's weird. We're dating at this age. I also have to look for a guy that spells fat, P-H-A-T. Fat. And they're so sweet because they'll act like P-H-A-T stands for pretty hot and thick. Sir, we both know it just means Pizza Hut and tacos. But thank you. Got a little fiddle around the middle. It's also very hard dating when you're weird. I don't know if you picked up on this. But, you know, sometimes you just want to sit around the kitchen table and say weird things that somebody understands and they get it, you know, that when you say, you know, family trees are just sourdough starter jizz charts of people. Like, you want them to get it. Weird. I'm also weird because I know that when he says, like, you know, he wants me to baby talk, I know he wants that, like, I'm a naughty girl. I have to stop my brain from going, I'm sorry I ate the crayons, Daddy. But I ate the glitter, too, so my poop will be sparkly. Like, I know. Thank you. It's hard. I gotta squelch it. You know. I also pretty sure I got ADD. I mean, I didn't finish the article, but pretty sure I got it. And I figured it out at the most awkward time you could, in the middle of sex, of course. You know, first time I was having sex with this guy, and we've been chatting for a while, but he had finally come over to hook up. And The problem with not paying attention to things is that when you hear something, that's where your brain is. So I was watching Young Frankenstein while he was on his way over. And even though my body is in the bedroom, my brain is still in the living room putting on the Ritz. And there is baby gravy all over my tits, but I can't concentrate. And I hear from the other room, I hear the part where he takes the monster out and the monster goes, "Hey, the Ritz." And I think to myself, that's exactly what that would sound like if you had a dick in your mouth. I laughed because I think I'm hilarious. Except you guys, I laughed right as I was putting his dick in my mouth. And gentlemen, I hope you never have to hear the sound a woman makes when she laughs as she is putting your genitals in her mouth for the first time ever. But here's what it sounded like. I was like, oh my God, he totally heard me. This is rude. I don't want him to think I'm insulting him. So I just stand up real quick and I went, Frankenstein. And I went back down and, of course, finished the job because Mama didn't raise a quitter, right, Carl? So here's the problem with that. Either that dude figured out what I was trying to explain, or there's some guy in Fresno that thinks Frankenstein is my safety word, you guys. Or granted, it's not a bad word when you're muffled. You want a lot of syllables, I'm just saying. I teach childbirth classes and reproductive health. I'm just saying, I might know. Men are fascinated by my job. They're so jealous because I get paid to ask women the questions that when they ask, they just get blocked, you know? You know, just add, and what color is the discharge after you ask her what her pussy smells like, and then you sound concerned and not creepy. That's the tip, gentlemen. Yeah, they pay you for it. I love my job. I have to remind people, though, that there is a horrible birth control out there. It has an 85% failure rate, and most of you have used it at one time. It's called Hope. Guys, take it off the market. It's not working. Yeah, take it off the market. Yeah, I do. I love my job. And you think, you know, being a childbirth educator, that things would come easy to me as far as a parent goes, but it didn't. I failed. Let me explain. I have 22-year-old twin boys, right? Identical twin boys. People are so fascinated by them. And one time they were 8 years old, and they were helping with the laundry. And I come trucking down the stairs, and they're both standing there looking at me. And one of them says, "Mom, we got to talk to you about what we found in your hamper." I was like, oh, shit. I don't keep that in there. And the other one says, "Yeah, we saw where you pooped your pants." And I was like, poop my pants? I'm a middle-aged pot-smoking mom. If anything's going to happen, I'm going to piss my pants. Like, and I'm like, what are they talking about? And the wheels are turning, and then it hit me. Ladies, right? 50% of the world has to deal with this. It was period panties. So now I'm standing here looking at these angelic 8-year-olds, boys, realizing I got to explain period panties. So I had no choice. I had to let them think I shit my pants, you guys. That's yeah. Turns out that's pretty cool to 2 8-year-olds, actually. Yeah. I mentioned they're identical twins, and people are fascinated by them because one is super butch and one is super gay, right? And with the gay one, they're like, "How did you know?" And I'm like, "You know, well, when he came out." And they're like, "Yeah, what did he say? How old was he?" And I'm like, "No, when he came out, like, we have always known. He took his first steps in a pair of red high heels and did a death drop at the end." You guys, like, always known. And then we have the day that we realize this kid's gay and this kid's not gay. And that day came pretty early also, 3 years old. I was giving him a bath, and I take my little butch guy out, and I dry him off. "Okay, buddy, go get your jammies on." I take my little fluffy guy out, drying him off. I hear screaming from the bedroom. I go running in there. He's standing there naked with a train track hanging off his little 3-year-old pee-pee. I pulled it off. He was fine, but it was at that moment I realized this kid was naked, alone, in his room for 10 seconds. And his first thought was, "Oh, fuck that train track." Like, that's a butch kid right there. That's butch. You guys, I'll leave you with some thoughts that I ponder. Like I said, my weird thoughts. And yes, I teach childbirth classes and reproductive health, but I still don't know it all. I still don't know if hookers give change, you guys. You know. I don't know if athlete's foot is the same to foot fetish people as herpes is to the rest of us. And what I don't know, and I'd really like to know, is if you have sex with somebody with multiple personalities, does it count as a gangbang? So, okay. I am Dana Turner. Thank you so much. Back to your host.
Guys, keep it going for Dana Turner. Okay, should I try a couple thoughts? I'm running out of things to say. Okay. It's been 5 years for me. I don't care if someone laughs. They put my genitals in their mouth. Like, just... Because you want to get together or because it was a bad joke? Alright. Fuck it. That's what it takes. I don't know. No, and she said guys are fascinated by her job, right? Women are fascinated by my job as a drag princess. I don't know if you guys believe me when I said that. Did you believe me? Yeah? Oh, okay. Damn. He's like, yeah, I could tell, bro. You ain't that tough looking. All right, never mind then. I won't talk more about it. Well, I'll tell later. Can you? No, I'm not, because I gotta save that. Okay, I'll do one more joke, and then I'm gonna bring up your next comic because she came from a long way. But so being straight and doing drag for a living complicates things, right? Because like if I have a little pimple on my nose, not a problem. I know how to do. I beat my face every 4 days a week, right? You guys know what beat your face means? Put on makeup, right? So I'm just a little bit of concealer. It's gone. But you can't just a little bit of concealer, can you? Full face of foundation on top of the little bit of concealer, and then it's gone. But now all your features are gone too. Where are my eyes? Just a little bit of liner, a little bit of smoke it out, just a little bit of eyeliner, a little bit of eyeshadow, some white eyeliner underneath to make the eyes appear bigger. My eyes are back. Where'd my lips go? White lips to begin with. They weren't there. Got to draw lips on now, right? Now I got lips, I got eyes, still look a little cold. Warm it up with some contour, some highlight, a little bit of blush, put some heat back in that face. Now I look snatched, right? I'm about to go on a date, though, with a woman because I'm straight, right? And text her. She's like, I'm like, are we still on? She's like, it's been 2 hours. She would be like, it's been 2 hours. Where are you? And I'd be like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm on my way. But now I got this beat face. I got to put on a mini skirt and a ponytail to complete the look, right? And then I get there and she'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You look fabulous, by the way, but what the fuck's wrong with you? I'd be like, damn, I hear that a lot. Okay, you guys laughed at that. All right, I'm going to bring up your next comic. You came from New York, right? Came from New York. Just for the... No, I'm kidding. But I was lucky to get her in this show. So please bring her up with lots of appreciation and applause. Put your hands together. Give it up for Tessa Fleming.
I live in New York, but I'm visiting. I'm from Sacramento originally. I lived in San Francisco for most of my 20s. I just turned 30, but I lived in San Francisco for most of my 20s. But I had to move because I couldn't physically stand the thought of fucking one more software engineer. Any software engineers in the house? No software engineers? Not one? All right, ladies, our vaginas are safe. I fucked a lot of software engineers when I lived in San Francisco, or as I like to call them, softies. But I fucked a lot of software engineers when I lived in San Francisco. But besides all the software engineers, I did sleep with one very prominent Californian politician, Caitlyn Jenner. No, I'm just joking. I didn't sleep with her. But I technically could. I am bisexual. Any bisexuals in the house? No? Oh, okay. Oh, hot. Okay, girl. Oh, my God. Female comics always talk about never getting hit on, but I feel like I get hit on all the time up here. What's your name? Jade. Oh, that's a very bisexual name. When did you know you were bisexual? Middle school. How did you know? Oh, okay. I get it. I totally 100% I get it. I wish I was wearing a choker right now. Okay. See, I told you. Damn. All right. We get it. You want to fuck me. Amazing. Do you ever think about, Jade, why you're bisexual? Beautiful. You don't think. That's amazing. Yeah, I was thinking about why I'm bisexual. I kind of came to the conclusion I think I'm bisexual because my mom and my dad didn't love me. I know. What? No, just at all. Just at all. But I know I'm bisexual because I've only ever come once from a guy eating me out. And it was when it was a woman. So I know I'm bisexual. What else? I have lost 70 pounds. Thank you. Has anyone here lost a large amount of weight? Gained? Amazing. No, actually, no one's ever said that. Give it up. Give it up. You look amazing. How much weight? I've never asked this question before. Okay, I can't even imagine how hot you would be. I mean, is that weird? You look amazing. Yeah, you look great. I want to fuck you. Jade wants to fuck me. We can maybe work something out between the three of us. Yeah, a little throuple. You down? Are you bisexual? Okay, she's down. Amazing. Yeah, I lost 70 pounds, and thin privilege is real, in case anyone's wondering. It's real. I'm not saying it's right, but it is real. People are nicer to me when I'm thinner. The only thing that sucks about losing 70 pounds is that my tits got really small. That so far has been the only downside. Quick question. Does anyone here have a fetish for small tits? Okay. One liar. Amazing. All right, I was just wondering. There's no joke. But yeah, it's crazy because my friend, she's like my sister, but my sister told me not to do jokes about her anymore. My friend, my friend has small tits like me. It's genetic, but my friend has small tits like me, but she recently got a boob job, which normally I'm for just women doing whatever they want with their bodies, but I disagree with my sister getting a boob job because her priorities aren't good. She's got 2 kids that she has to take care of. She has a whole bunch of credit card debt, and she has a huge nose. That joke is evil. I will admit that joke is evil. But you guys did. Some of you laughed. Some of you are good people, but some of you laughed. Yeah. I moved. So I'm from Sacramento originally, but I moved to New York about 5 years ago. And the very first thing that happened to me when I moved to New York was I got into a very bad jet ski accident. It's random, but it's literally true, 100% true story. Do you guys want to see my scar? Yeah? Jade, killing it. We love Jade. The scar actually goes all the way to my pubes. But if you want to see that, you have to subscribe to my OnlyFans. Jade, I'm going to send you the link. And yeah, it was crazy because most people kind of think when I tell them I was in a jet ski accident, they're kind of like, oh, did you hit a rock? Did you hit a boat? They kind of assume one of those two things. What actually happened was I was a passenger on a jet ski. I didn't own the jet ski. I was just like an innocent hoe at the beach. But I was riding as a passenger, and most of the time, 99 or I don't know the exact amount, to be honest. But often when people fall off a jet ski, they kind of fall off to the left or to the right. But I fell off straight back. And so again, this is 100% true story. But water, so I fell straight back off the jet ski, and water from the jet ski propeller, going 50 miles an hour or whatever, entered my rectum. Yeah, worst colonic of my life. And, should I take something off? Okay. This is my friend's watch, so I'm just going to take this. I got an extra layer before this show started. Yeah, where was I? Oh, yeah. And I was a passenger on a jet ski, and the water entered my colon, or my rectum rather, and it burst my colon open from the inside. True story. And so the scar, it isn't from the accident exactly. The scar is from them cutting me open to fix my colon. And so my colon was so damaged, it was so fucked up, that they had to take out like a huge chunk of my colon. So now I have a semicolon. Yeah. Thank you. Applause break. Applause break, do you get to put an article back on? I think that would be a good rule. I can leave it there, but I feel like that might be... Okay. But, I mean, you're the host, so I feel like, applause break. Yeah, so that was crazy. And the injuries were so bad that they actually had to put me in a medically induced coma for 2 weeks. Never been thinner, and it was amazing. And it was crazy, super, super crazy, because my boyfriend at the time, he was super loving and super supportive. While I was in a coma, he like did what any like loving boyfriend would do. He went through my phone. Isn't that insane? That's fucking insane. That like takes like the shower peep to like the next like sociopathic level. And he went through my phone and he found out that before I had not met him. We were not dating. I had not met him. I just didn't destroy the records, you know? Like they were historical records that I wanted to keep for like my daughter in case she wanted to know like the hoe ways. And so he found out that the very first thing I did when I got to New York was I had sex for money. All right, a little judgmental. It kind of feels like when I told my dad. But it's okay. I personally don't regret having sex for money at all. He was hot. Don't step on my punchlines. And that is not feminism. That's the opposite. I don't shush. Don't do it. Don't be Omar, okay? Like, let's keep it cute. Or whatever his fucking name was. I personally don't regret having sex for money at all. He was hot and surprisingly affordable. I paid an old guy on the Upper West Side I'm sorry for the children here, but this is just my authentic self. I paid an old guy on the Upper West Side to give me like a happy ending massage. And I booked with him because he was supposed to be like the best sex worker ever. That was like the whole thing. He was on a Vice documentary. I'm kind of their like target demo. And like so he was supposed to be the best like sex worker ever. It turns out he was totally just a guy. But it's horrible. It's horrible. I know. Can you imagine? But even like on his, it was him. But it turns out, like even on his website, like it said that he was the vagina whisperer. That was true. My vagina barely heard a thing. All right, guys. I'm Tessa Fleming. Have a good night.
Let's keep it going for Tessa Fleming. All right, who said, how do you turn that down? How do you turn down a vagina whisperer? You said, how do you turn that down? You did? Like this. No. That was such a dumb joke. Okay, no, so I'm not going to show my toes live, but here, look. Look there. That's me. I know, right? And look here. Look at that cleavage. I know, Jay, did you see? Because I think my next girlfriend has to be bi. But see, here's the thing. I want to date a size 8. It's not because I'm misogynistic. It's because I'm Jewish. And if she's a size 8, we could share clothes. Which is very cost conscious. More props if she's 7.5, size 8 in the shoe. And then we can share shoes too. Like if she's got a cute booty and some cute peep toe booties. All right, you laughed. I'm taking that because they just don't know what peep toe booties are. And if they knew, that'd be funny. Now I'm Omer explaining the joke. All right, guys. We got one more comic for you. You ready? That was like passive aggressive. Ready? Are you ready? That's better. Okay. Then I'm gonna bring up your last comic for tonight. Give it up for Shannon Battle.
Short ass. What? You okay over there? See, Black Lives fucking matter tonight. Like, shit. Jesus. Y'all go together? Oh, because that'd be the funniest relationship in the room. I was like, oh, I'm about to fuck with y'all for 8 minutes for sure. I was like, there's no. I was like, this is the OnlyFans set up, late on tuition. Like, something. Or that is real love. Or maybe you just got a thing for guys that look like Bill Gates. I don't know, but I'm like, fuck. Dude, he do. Bill Gates, you look smart than a motherfucker, sir. You do. You do. He got the straight face. You got that serial killer. He got that Jeffrey Dahmer side eye, though, so I'm going to leave you the fuck alone. I don't want to deal with that. Now, speaking of serial killers, I'm so tired of us glorifying white serial. No, fuck that. I'm so mad of us glorifying white serial killers. They made 3 different versions of Jeffrey Dahmer, and I still ain't got a DC Sniper documentary yet. Motherfucker was smacking motherfuckers from 3 football fields away. Ain't got 1 documentary on him. You know how good his aim is? Sniper Chris Kyle's the sniper ain't got shit on the DC Sniper. You was hitting kids with C4 on their chest, a building over. He was hitting motherfuckers through buildings. God damn it, that shit is crazy as hell. Like I want a Virginia Tech shooter movie. It's fair. Like we glorify everything else. I want that. You want to know the most gangster black dude I've ever seen? Everybody always want to bring up Tukey Williams, the Crip, and all that shit. He ain't gangster, motherfucker. His name was Robert Smalls. This man started off as a slave. It's a history lesson. He started off as a slave. Went into the Union Army, stole a Confederate ship, brought that bitch back, and made him a general. He retires with all of this bread that he was accumulating on the side because, you know, black people like to always have a side hustle. He's probably selling cotton on the side. He's like, I ain't picking this shit. I'll sell it, though. Dead ass. And then he takes that money, buys the plantation that he used to be a slave on. The owner dies. Get right. This is crazy. He lets the wife stay there. She has dementia. He lets her stay there. He was like, it ain't your fault. Your husband was the devil, not you. He let the white bitch stay. It was crazy. And then ran for Congress and became the first black man to ever become a senator. What the fuck? Fuck 50 Cent. What the fuck? That's the most gangster shit I've ever heard. Oh, whatever. Was that a buzzer? I gotta take a shoe off. I don't give a fuck if it was funny. It's some real shit. Nah, I don't give a fuck. Go for it. All right. I didn't wear all this shit for nothing. Look like I'm going to Minnesota. Nigga, I got on thermals, all types of shit. I'm like, got me fucked up. This shit ain't going to me fucked up. No, but this shit crazy as hell, man. And I'm like, you know, like I hate when words are misused. Like I got into it, like me and my friends was out and the girl got into an argument with one of my friends. And she looked at him and she was like, you fucking pussy. And I was just like, don't you ever disrespect pussy like that, ever. That motherfucker softer than Charmin. He's a bitch. He sits in the car while his girl pumps the gas in the rain. He's a bitch. Pussy is tough. You gotta think, you get wet without water, you bleed for 7 days and don't die. I'm terrified of pussy. It's the scariest thing in the world. You gotta think about it. And you gotta think it's kind of nasty, right? As men, we're kind of nasty. We came out of something and want to go right back in it. If two vegans start arguing, are they beefing? I'm trying shit tonight. I don't give a fuck. It'd be like, oh yeah, I gotta take this off, huh, buddy? Oh my God, you the one got excited when I got up here. Now I'm finally getting naked. She's, oh, this is too much. This is, wait a minute, hold on. Here, take another $10. Fuck it. I want my money's worth. It'd be like that, though. You know, right? Tessa, right? You the comedian, right? You just got off stage. The fuck you so shocked and appalled for? You seen worse. The fuck? You been in open mics. No, but it's crazy, though, you know? And I hate when women use pussy as a weapon. That shit's fucked up. Bro, you dealt with this before. I hate it. Bro, emotional damage. Like, it's fucked up. And my girl did this to me one time. We got into an argument, and I got put on this thing called a pussy timeout, PT. It's not physical training. It's pussy timeout. For all you military guys out there. Yeah, but it was a pussy timeout. And the more I fuck up during that timeout, the longer it becomes. Next thing you know, we just not fucking no more. And it's not right, because if I don't empty my balls after 7 days, I might get a misdemeanor. You know what I mean? Like, I need to release. God damn it. This is why the Mormon community all fucked up. But I'm just saying, like, you gotta, and this is why Catholics are doing just fine. You got to release.
A Catholic priest is the happiest man on earth because that man releases. It's fucked up who he does it with, but he releases. And it's fucked up. Jesus. I guess they just ran out of room in heaven, right? We just all know where we going today. But it's crazy though, right? And I hate when it's weaponized because, you know, I like to communicate through music. That's how, like, if I feel like my words I can't get my point across with my words and articulate myself, I use music to communicate for me, right? So I put on some oldies but goodies. Ain't nothing like the real thing, baby. Ain't nothing like the real thing. And she in the kitchen. I'm like, oh, she's making a cake. Fuck no. She got a leg up on the washing machine, homie. Vibrator going crazy. That was like, babe, what the fuck? And then she switched settings. Then she started to pulse on me. She started stunting with the vibrator. And I know the pulse is a long pulse. That's that long dick I don't have. I'm like, that's that long dick I don't possess, right? And I'm like, bitch, this is cheating with technology. I'm like, this is fucked up. You ever had sex with a woman that had epilepsy? Sir? You ever had sex with a woman that had epilepsy? It's fucking weird because a seizure and an orgasm look exactly the same. So I don't know what the fuck's going on in that moment. It do. You ever dated a woman in a wheelchair, sir? You would think a woman that's always in between two wheels would know how to stay in her fucking lane. This bitch was rude. This bitch was rude. I ain't like it. Bitch was hella rude. She would say stupid shit to me too, like, we get into another argument, Shannon, and I'm gonna walk out on you. And I was like, you gonna do what? You gonna do what? It's like, Jesus is real. You gonna do what, bitch? Like, yeah, and I'll get civil rights tomorrow. Like, fuck out of here. You ain't walking, bitch. And if you do, I got a wedding ring in the car, goddammit. Like, I don't believe you. I'm an atheist today. I don't believe you. Cocaine is very bad. No, it is. Cocaine, I mean, it can be bad. I mean, if you chop it right. And if you know the guy. I'm not advocating for people to do cocaine. I'm just saying, I don't even like cocaine. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't like cocaine. I just like the way it smells. And it's funny because I'll do drugs and then try other drugs to even them out. So I'll do too much coke and I'm like, all right, now I got to smoke. But now I'm smoking way more than I normally would because I'm on cocaine. It's fucked up. And remember, I just like the way it smells and how it tastes. So I'm sitting there smoking, and I was like, how do I sober up before I go to Stab Comedy Theater tonight? And it was, I had the best idea. I was like, I'm going to bake a pizza. Now, I fucked up. I baked that pizza on 15 degrees for 400 minutes. I think I read the box wrong. I don't know what the fuck. Oh, don't judge me. Like, I think I read the box wrong. Whatever. It's kind of fitting that the name of this place is called Stab Theater in the middle of Oak Park. Like, nigga, this is, that was just genius marketing and branding right there. Like the first time I went to the restroom in here, I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I walked into the restroom, and I thought, bro, I was so drunk the first time I came in, almost like this fella that got 86, right? Came in hella drunk, except I wasn't heckling comics. I just fell asleep in the corner, right? And I went to go use the restroom, and I knew something was wrong, because as I went in the restroom, I didn't see a urinal, and I see tampons and shit, and I'm like, I'm in the woman's restroom. It was an automatic. I was scared as shit. I was like, I can't go out like this, bro. You still on probation, Shannon, not like this. And I walked outside, and they was just like, no, it's like that for everybody. And I was like, oh, okay. So, you know, I pampered myself, put a little powder on and left. You know, whatever. She's like, not the boxer, Shannon, no. You got to see her face. Her eyes got big as shit. You'd have thought she seen Jesus just now. She's, no. You seen black dick before. You live in Sacramento. You seen black dick before. You probably didn't want to see it, but you saw it. You seen black dick. You ever been with a black guy, Tessa? You have? How was it? Would you do it again? Sensational. Sensational. That's what's up, you know. You know, I love when I try to talk to white women. They always try to throw me curveballs. I'm like, bitch, not today. I came prepared. No, they try to throw me. No, bitch, I'm Sammy Sosa on the place. Stop playing with me. I was like, baby, how you doing today? I like that dress. I'm like, how you doing, baby? She's like, well, I don't talk to black men. I'm like, me neither, bitch. That's why I'm talking to you. Try to throw me a curveball, bitch. Jeter. They're like, fuck out of here. Was that the light, sir? All right, I'm about to get up out of here. The best hit I ever got was on Mac Road. It was. The best hit I ever got was on Mac Road. And it fucked me up, right? Because, like, I knew something was wrong because, like, I've never lost control of my body while getting hit. I started to make noises I've never made before. And my legs started to rise like gas prices. I'm like, why do I... Nikita, look. I'm saying stupid shit. I'm saying shit that don't even make sense. I'm just like, I'll take the dishes out. I'll wash the trash. Stupid as shit. Let me get the fuck out of here. My name is Shannon Battle. I hope y'all enjoyed the show today. Back to your host, David Shapiro.
All right, keep clapping while Shannon picks up all his stuff. His wallet fell out. He went for it. Yeah, no, keep clapping. He's still here. Don't be weird now. All right, guys, that was a show. One more time, give it up for Stab Comedy. Give it for all the comics you saw. If you enjoyed the show and you think it was a good idea, it was my idea. So come back to the rest of my shows at Stab Comedy. Let's see, I got one every 4th Saturday of the month. It's a half drag, half comedy show. So come back for that. Other than that, that's it. I'll talk to you guys in the lobby if you want to see a pretty picture of me, Jade. I got lots. I'll show you. Thank you guys so much. Have a good night.
Thank you, guys. That is it for us for tonight, but we do stuff here all the time. What does that mean specifically? Well, we're here live in person Thursdays through Sundays, and we stream everything that we do 6-7 nights a week, depending on the week. So check out stabcomedytheater.com for the full calendar of events. You can see what we're doing, when we're doing them. Hope to see you again. Tomorrow's the open mic, 8:30, and check that out. Or, you know what, just check the calendar. You'll know. All right, guys, have a good night. Hope to see you again soon. Online audience, go to bed.